Hey everybody, Rob Goody here at the MLM Solution. How you guys doing today? Today is Tuesday, the 29th. 29th. Tomorrow's the last day of June. My gosh. 4th of July just right around the corner. Hope everybody gets out and celebrates and safe in the process. Well, that being said, as you know, always, we're going to ask for your help with the algorithm because as you know, when you guys correspond with us, when you guys engage with us, like hitting the like button, giving us a thumbs up, hitting the share button, whatever the case may be, subscribing, it helps the algorithm get this information out in front of our fellow network marketers. And that's what it's all about. As you can see in the ticker below, for all you on the podcast, we have hashtag the MLM Solution, hashtag the MLM Solution. Also our website, themlmsolution.net. If you will, while you're out on the internet and you're surfing around, if you run into your fellow network marketers, please use the hashtag #TheMLMSolution to give them access to this wonderful information that's all over our social media platforms and on our website. And you know what? Once they get exposed to this information, they can become empowered to do wonderful things with this great business model. And you can be a part of that positive process by simply taking a few seconds to share that hashtag or hit the share button on our website. We want to say thank you in advance. All right, today's topic, 207, number 207, they did what to the comp plan? We touched on the comp plan a little bit last week, but this is a totally different angle, okay? When they make something, a change to the comp plan, do you jump ship or do you get your butt back to work? We're going to talk about that and much more in today's episode. You do not want to miss this information. With that being said, I'm going to hop off here. As you know, we go live each and every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's getting ready to come up on that. It's 10:58 and 47 seconds, so I got to get my butt off here. All right, guys, I'll see you in a bit.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie and Marie Cannon.
Hello there, Miss Marie. How are you today?
Good morning, Rob. I am doing fantastic. It is a terrific Tuesday morning. How about yourself?
Terrific Tuesday. I'm terrific as well.
I'm all about the alliteration, you know.
Now you are. Well, as you can tell, I'm looking for something.
Did you lose a contact? Oh, wait, you're wearing glasses. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm wearing glasses. I thought you said, did you lose a condom? I was going to say no. All right. What did happen here? Oh, I see it. Guess what I got the other day?
What?
Something to help drive points home when we need to.
A gavel?
Order in a court. Who said you could
That is
talk?
awesome.
And you know I
Verdict
have
delivered. Crack.
you know that I have a red flag where we can throw a penalty. I
Yeah.
have that. Matter of fact, I need to ask the wife where I put it in the wash so that it could be clean. And cat hair all over it, as you can imagine.
Now, see, I've got one of the yellow hankies. It's supposed to be an NFL knockoff for
There you go.
throwing
Say
people.
between two of us, I've got the
Penalty
red one. You got
flag.
there. It is. Speaking of kitties, how are your kittens or cats?
They're doing well. We're
Okay.
we're winding down. We're only going to have them for about 6 weeks yet, I think, and then they're going home, I believe. So
Oh,
we'll see how that goes. Well, since you have the gavel, I have a little gadgetry too for good points when they're made.
okay. Yes, there you go. I'd like that. Where'd you get that? That's freaking awesome. Where'd you get that? That's freaking awesome. Where'd you get that?
I got it. I got several of these. I got it I don't know if you're familiar with Steve Larson, but he is a
Yes.
internet marketer, and he did a class that I was part of, and he sent me that, and then I got one of these.
That's so cool. That's freaking awesome.
And then I don't know if you know Steve Larson. He uses the tagline, he's the capitalist pig, because he's all about capitalism. He's all about making money and helping others and being able to, come from a place of abundance. So
That's awesome.
as part of his capitalist pig, the third one was
Now that is ingenious. I love that approach.
So
kudos to him for coming up with that unique.
That was good, but I figure, the oink is pretty specific, but these other two, the thumbs up and the dollar sign, that's multi-purpose right there.
That's multi-purpose. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, kudos to him, the capitalist pig. What a unique name, and boy, that sticks with you, doesn't it?
Yeah, he does great marketing with that too.
Oh, I
He's
bet.
got T-shirts and everything with the pig on it, and it's like oink.
Well, and speaking of, when did you go to that live event, or did you do it online?
It was an online event. It came in the package for the Zoom, because you know how everybody in the past year, because of COVID and gathering restrictions and all those types of things, a lot of people transitioned to doing their events via Zoom, online, live. So this was a way for the audience to kind of interact, and they could see it, across the board that they were looking at. So it helps because, as you know, when you do a live events are exciting because of the energy that you get. And especially for the people presenting on stage, having that interaction with the audience is a huge part of it.
Oh, gosh.
So to sit in front of a camera on a Zoom call and not be able to have that interaction. So this was a way to create some of that vibe again of the live event and have that interaction with the audience. So I thought that was pretty brilliant.
That is. I would agree with that. That is flipping awesome. And I'm glad you shared that with me.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Speaking of that, I meant to tell you this on Monday, but you and I have been so busy that it's hard sometimes, Miss Marie, to remember everything, right? Would you not agree?
I absolutely agree. So what are you going to share with me? Obviously, it's something we want everybody to know if you're sharing it now.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to what this is.
She does not miss a beat. Well, I'm uploading it as we speak because I have forgotten all about this. As you guys know, I try to keep Miss Marie updated as often as possible about what's going on. But there's so much going on all at one time. I mean, you guys got to understand, I think Miss Marie does too. I own multiple businesses. And so I have a lot of bleed over. And sometimes things get lost in the shuffle. And I'm very meticulous with my notes because as Miss Marie has seen, she has seen my notes. And if I don't keep notes, I will lose track of stuff. And some of that stuff is very important. And the reason I bring it up is sometimes even with my meticulous note keeping, guess what? I miss things. And one of the things I forgot to tell Miss Marie is this: our MLM Masters Academy live events. I have set it up, Miss Marie.
That's exciting.
But it's only, and we're not asking for registrations right now. Miss Marie and I have been in discussions about the month of July, where we're going to be doing certain things, and that may be a part of it, Miss Marie. We don't know. And I don't mean a live event's going to take place. Miss Marie and I talked about that the other day, guys. We don't know what we're going to do yet, but we're excited that it is a possibility now because a lot of the hotels, Miss Marie, are now opening up their venues so that people can actually start to come back. And I actually highlighted that in this right here. So claim your spot now. Miss Marie and I, that's the MLM Masters Academy live events where Miss Marie and others will be on stage. I think the first two episodes, Miss Marie, and hopefully it'll be more than just a YouTube live event or a Zoom live event. I don't know what we'll do. Hopefully it'll be a live event, but I think as you and I discussed, that may be next year instead of this year. with all the things it takes to pull one of those off.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into that event planning for anyone that's ever been to one of those big events, whether it's in a hotel conference room or at an event center or whatever. When you're talking a lot of people and the technology and the preparation and everything that goes into it. So when you heard Rob mention July, that doesn't mean the live events is going to happen in July. It means we may have something to announce about the live event in July.
Yes.
So
that's right.
Stay tuned.
Well, registration may start in July.
Maybe.
Well, to gauge the interest.
Yeah.
And we'll see. You and I've got to talk about it, and we'll see what we're going to do. But that's another thing, guys, that we've been talking about. There's a lot of changes coming. Miss Marie was privy to some of those earlier on this past weekend. And it's just more changes on top of more changes. And I haven't even briefed her on the website. She don't even want to know about it. She's like, no, But the point is that there's a lot of great things going on. And this is another one of them. We've been talking about doing a live event for a long time. And we have a lot of great things on the table that we want to make happen sooner rather than later. All right. And one of those things that we've been talking about is the beta testing for the ineedleadsnow.net beta. Okay. ineedleadsnow.net/beta. All right. Go there. You're going to be able to get on the list. Just fill out the form. No shenanigans. You're going to be able to fill out the form with no shenanigans. All you're going to do is get an email that will contain a link to this free ebook, I Need Leads Now ebook, talking all things leads. Okay, we're going to give an in-depth view to you of the type of leads that you need to make this business go, how to find those leads, how to communicate to those leads, how to work with those leads. Miss Marie, all the important things that need to be discussed that no one else touches on.
I agree. That's a lot of exciting stuff.
Yes. And also what not to do in network marketing. 146 paragraphs, 146 audio files, and many training videos. Guys, normally we get $197 per package. Now, for the next 24 hours only, you get it for $47, including a bunch of bonuses, which are valued in the hundreds. Okay, on top of that, and you're getting an instant $150 savings, 30-day money-back guarantee. It's an unbeatable combination, guys. You want to make sure that you take advantage of this while you can. It's a limited offer for the next 24 hours only. $47. You get 146 paragraphs, 146 audio files, and the training videos go with it. This is information you cannot get anyplace else. It's very eye-opening, empowering, controversial, all of that stuff. It is a what not to do followed by a what to do paragraph format. And those paragraphs are reinforced by real-life examples in audio form. Wonderful combination you cannot get anyplace else, and you can become a focused business-building machine simply by having that information. It is reference material, meaning it will be around for many years. Because guess what, Ms. Marie? The truth never changes, right?
That is true, and it's already been around for many years.
It has. With very little change, Ms. Marie. Very little. I did update a few things because of social media, but outside of that, it's been same content. And a lot of people said, man, I wish I had read that while I was in the business. Well, a little bit too late after that. But anyway, the point is that there's a lot of people that love that information. Guys, go and get it while you can. All right. That being said, Miss Marie, we got an interesting topic today, as we had talked about earlier. And it is this: what did they do that comp plan? You and I did. Yes. I'm going to let Miss Marie do the intro on this, because last week we did take a deep dive into the comp plan in a totally different angle. And we're not looking for new ways to rehash old material, guys. What we're doing is hitting really important subject matters in different angles, because these things are things that have come up in our past, as Miss Marie will allude to here in a moment. And there are moments as a leader. And Miss Marie, that we talk about leaders a lot because we expect people with our system to become the leader of a large organization. Mm-hmm. And so we are trying to prepare them with information in advance before they ever run into something like this. And as you and I know, and this is your segue, companies change comp plans quite a bit, especially the new ones. So go ahead, Miss Marie.
Go away. What?
I know.
No.
I totally screwed that up.
Sorry, y'all are stuck with me. I'm staying right here. Well, as Rob mentioned, if you go back, we're on podcast number 207 here, right? So that means we've talked about 207 different topics, not including our Freelance Fridays, which, there's tens of those. We're coming up on 100 pretty soon.
Yes.
So we touch on a lot of topics, and there are large topics within the network marketing industry, like the compensation plan, that we will discuss different angles, different focus on the comp plan and how it affects you and how you should interact with the comp plan, how you should evaluate it, how it can impact your business either positively or negatively. And we try to keep these podcasts within that 40-minute time range. And obviously these larger subjects, we can't cover the whole thing in 40 minutes. So we hit it from different angles. We focus on different aspects of it each time we bring it up. So if you do go back and you do a search on our podcast and look at anything about the comp plans, you can listen to all of those episodes, and you're going to get a little bit different information in each one. You're going to have something else highlighted that's going to help your business, because our goal is to help you reach the level of success that you want with your network marketing business. So that's why we're here. Now, the comp plan aspect we wanted to talk about today, we talked about, changes to the compensation plan that companies make. And more often than not, changes to a compensation plan are made in the early years of the company's existence. And if you've been with us for any length of time, you know that we are big advocates for joining a company when it's in its early growth stages. So the odds of you encountering a compensation plan change with a newer company are actually pretty high. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, it depends, but it's one of those things that does tend to happen at some point within the first 2 to 3 years of a company's existence. Now, when it happens, it's because there's an aspect of the compensation plan that isn't working quite right, either from the company's perspective or from the distributorship perspective. Those of you that are actually partnering with the company as network marketers and going out and marketing for them. And the majority of the time, at least in my experience, when I've seen comp plan changes with the different companies I've been with, more often than not, it's because early on, they made a change because there was too much money going to the high income earners, and there wasn't enough incentive for the newer distributors coming on. So oftentimes those comp plan changes would create different bonus levels or different pay structures that were increased a little bit for the newer distributors, those lower ranked, lower pin level distributors in your organization. Now, obviously those comp plan changes, there's X amount of money to go in a comp plan. So there may be some shifted out of the upper echelons, which is what we kind of touched on last week. And yes, we absolutely want you to get into those upper echelons, but there are far more people that are new or only have been in the network marketing industry for a little while. So you're still in those early rank advancements, and this is where it impacts you. But even from that standpoint, even if you've been in the business for a while and you have a larger organization, you have hundreds of people in your organization, you're probably earning a pretty good income. Comp plan changes that benefit newer members actually benefit you as well. Even though it may seem like you take a little bit of a drop initially in terms of the income you have coming in, the incentive is to get more people involved in the business to begin with. So where do you find your leaders? It's the people that are coming into the business that kind of self-identify, they hold up their hand, they start becoming active, they start recruiting other distributors, other business partners into their business, and they self-identify as a leader. Well, if the incentive wasn't there to bring them into the business to begin with, they're not even going to become a leader. So again, it has to do with your growth of your business organization as a whole. So that's really what you're looking for. So a compensation plan changes, even though it may seem like a negative initially, you have to understand the overall structure of it, what the company is trying to create. And of course, keep in mind, especially the newer companies, they're making these changes in the first couple of years. It's because they have long-term plans in mind and what's going to work best for the distributorship as a whole going forward in perpetuity. Because a comp plan isn't something the company wants to be changing every couple of years. Because anytime you make a change to the compensation plan, you're messing with people's money. And that just freaks them out. I mean, Rob, tell me, has there ever been a time that you've been with a company and the compensation plan change, even though it could have benefited you, didn't give you like that initial freak out? It's like, uh-oh, what'd they do?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, because you know what I first thought, Miss Marie? Oh shit, what is my downline doing? What did they? Because I can rein in my emotions because I get upset. I'll be honest with you. I get upset in the beginning. You know why? Because I know the headaches it's bringing me. Okay, and I also understand, and I hope I have my fingers crossed that they're making the change for the right reasons, right? Because there's a necessity to change to make it more fair versus there's a necessity to change because, oh crap, we're going to run out of money if we don't. Okay, so there's as you can imagine, a wide range of things that cross your mind when you see a comp plan change. And once you get past the company level, you start thinking, oh crap, I know that I can handle this, but what is my downline? You know, based on, because you know, if I have a bunch of newbies, which most downlines are, they've never been around this before, it freaks them out. You know, and like you said, you said it perfectly. Don't mess with my money. You know, I looked at this comp plan. When I looked at this opportunity, that comp plan was saying this, and now it's different. And Miss Marie, you would have a mess on your hands. And we did an episode last week how to handle that. So I'm not going to get into that this moment. But what Miss Marie is talking about, or what we're talking about in this one here, about they did what to the comp plan, and she just stated they made a change. And as she stated more times than not, the type of change that she reflected happens for that reason that she brought up. So really what it all boils down to is, Miss Marie, it's like most things in life. You got one or two choices, guys. Pack up your bags and leave. And as a leader, try to take your downline with you if you don't like the change and you feel it's going to unfairly impact your organization. Not just you, not just your pocketbook. You got to look at the total picture. What is this going to do to my downline? Because look, we talked about it. Once again, as Miss Marie said, we've done multiple episodes. I'm not going to get into it. What your biggest fear is your big leader is going to leave because of this change. If you rest assured that it's not that drastic of a change, okay, and even 1 or 2 cents, and believe me, when you're dealing with large volumes, 1 or 2 cents or 10 cents can make a huge impact. You'll see what I mean if it ever happens to you. But the thing is that even at that small amount, if people are paying attention, they say, well, that's a lot of money in the end game here. All right. So the thing is that you have to realize is that you only have 1 or 2 choices. Pack up your bags and leave. You know, look for another opportunity. You know, do it in a coordinated way. Communicate with your downline what's going on, your leaders, not your whole downline. And then, you know what you need to do? If you're going to stay, shut your mouth, get back to work. Right, Miss Marie?
Well, exactly. Yeah. Well, and the other thing I wanted to highlight too is be aware that when the comp plan changes, take the time to understand exactly what the change is and exactly what the impact is going to be and what part of your organization is going to be impacted by it. Because we all have that natural reaction. Like Rob said, news comes out that the compensation plan is changing. The initial reaction is always, oh crap, what happened? So we almost always automatically skew negative, thinking it's going to work against us, right? But that may not be the case. That may not be the case. So make sure, first of all, you always understand what the changes actually are and how that impacts your business personally, and then what it means for your downline, your leadership, and those types of things.
That's
and
right.
then, yes, the next thing to do is, obviously, once you know the impact of the compensation plan, if it's hurting you, and we talked about this last week, if you're in one of those higher level positions and all of a sudden, you've gone from making $50,000 a month to all of a sudden 13,000. I mean, that's a huge change.
Yeah.
And the way the compensation plan's been restructured, it is going to take you so much time and effort to get back to the level you were at. It may not be worth staying, and you may need to make a change, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the odds of the impact being that significant for you are actually pretty slim. It's rare that a compensation plan is going to change and impact you so negatively that you need to leave. Mm-hmm. So what you really need to do is understand the compensation plan, at least at the level of the impact that it has, to make sure that you're still good to go. And then really just get back to work.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. You want to go back to doing the 5 simple steps, the consistent and correct business building activities. You want to keep taking action. If you're in the middle of a 90-day mini blast, you want to keep going on that. You don't want to get caught up spending a week trying to analyze what the compensation plan change means to you. It should be, you should be able to understand it in a couple hours, really.
Right.
It shouldn't be that tough. But you need to get back to business, get back focused on building your business, building towards your success, essentially controlling the things you can control. Mm-hmm. You have no control over the compensation plan, unfortunately. No. All you can do is leverage it and benefit from it, and teach your downline to do the same.
That's right. Ms. Marie, before I forget, damage control, subject matter, and passing the downline hierarchy is probably the best way to put it.
Downline what?
Hierarchy. Guys, the reason, if we don't bring it up right now, we'll forget. So bear with us, okay? Because the reason I'm talking about downline hierarchy is that when a comp plan, you got to do damage control, not just in this situation, but in others. So the reason why I just brought up, we'll do an episode on damage control, because that's what you're doing as a leader. Okay, even if your cage gets rattled, nobody sees it but you. Go in a bedroom and put a pillow over your head and scream or whatever. Okay, because you need to have damage control attitude, and we'll talk about that in a future episode. And downline hierarchy is this: if you have a situation where the comp plan is changing, it's not your responsibility to get 5,000 people that are in your downline, give them an email blast. What you do is you contact your 32 leaders, and then they disseminate the information down, and they put in there a message directly from Marie Cannon about comp plan change. Okay, and that's how you do it. All right, so that'll be a couple of little insights into future episodes, because we always come at this from an angle that you're going to be successful. And so those two subjects play right into that. Anyway, back to this. Miss Marie nailed it. Look, no matter what the company does, no matter what they say, comp plan change, product change, expansion change, whatever, life is about change. You might as well get used to it. Things rarely, especially with a new company, go the way it's planned. And you know what? People are successful because they have ball bearing hits and they adjust as they go. You as a leader of your organization must react just like the leaders of the company. I can tell you from personal knowledge and exposure to a situation like this, not because I was in the boardroom, not because I voted on the change, but because I know the people that were in the boardroom. Okay, the people that were part owners in the companies. All right, and the thing is, they take changing the comp plan very seriously, because they know the chaos and the rumors and all of that happens when something like that takes place. But that sometimes it's necessary in order for the company to survive. Okay, because in a situation where a network marketing company realizes, guys, that 55 cents out of every dollar is targeted towards the distributor force, and then the remaining balance they have to pay for international expansion, new product, R&D, shipment, all of that. Okay, and so you have to realize that this in the beginning, and with the new company, it literally is pennies. And when you're dealing with large volumes, those pennies can end up being $1 million. Well, $1 million can keep them in business for another month, right, Miss Marie? So they're going to count their pennies. And there are going to be times where the comp plan, they start out aggressive more times than not. We're not going to get into a comp plan discussion because they're trying to lure high-performing people who will come in and build big businesses. Because the high-performing people, the professional business builders say, wow, look at the money they're offering. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. But if you're a professional business builder, you also look at the bottom because you know where's your success, Miss Marie, with the new people, right? Retention is critical to your success. Yep. So Miss Marie and I, we talk about the first check all the time. That first check is critical. Miss Marie and I look at a comp plan. Not only do we look at 10,000 group volume, okay, but then we're going to look down the comp plan, like we're looking at our feet. We're going to say, where is that first check? Okay, is it at 500 group volume? In other words, do you have to create 500 group volume in your first month to get that first check? You see what I'm saying, guys? So those are two things that we would look at right off of the bat. If everything's cool there, guess what? We're going to join the company for if it's got the 5 other things, and we're going to go along our merry way until there's a comp plan change. And as she stated, with a new company, a lot of times that does in fact happen because the pennies become important, as we just said moments ago. Okay, and Miss Marie, in the new company, I don't know about you. Most of the new companies that I've been with, there has been explosive growth. I don't mean slow growth. I mean explosive growth from one month to the other, where the company is struggling to keep up with the demand. And, they're making money hand over foot, but a lot of that money's delayed, as you know. And what I'm saying is, guys, if the orders are on a monthly basis, they have to wait a whole month cycle. And they're hoping that there's new people coming in every day so that there's new volume every day, right? But guess what? All of that volume is created up over a month, and they can project what they're going to have at the end of that month, but they're not really sure what the expenses are going to be because they don't know how many people they're going to be shipping to. They don't know how many problems they're going to have, how many returns they have. So, yeah, they may be making money hand over foot, but until the refunds settle, until people that quit and demand their money back settle, Miss Marie, you really don't know what you're dealing with with the new company until 2 or 3 months go by, and you have some idea of whether the comp plan is actually working.
Yeah, and that's part of, again, the volatility of being with a new company, but that's why there's the opportunity to create larger than life income with the new company as well, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of like a risk versus rewards type of thing.
That's right.
So we've talked about this many times. The newer the company, the higher the risk, but the potential for higher rewards is there as well.
Woo. Man, it's a wild ride. It's a fun ride. It's a scary ride. It's exciting. And it's very rewarding in many different capacities. Miss Marie, do you have anything else to add? I mean, because really, in this angle was nothing more than keep your eyes focused. Do the 5 simple steps, regardless of what's going on, right? Isn't that what you were saying? Keep your nose to the grindstone, guys. Don't get distracted. Yeah,
and I think also making the point of don't assume the worst right off the bat. It may actually be long-term a good thing for you and your business building.
That's right. Do not overreact. She's absolutely right, guys. Yeah. Once again, if you're new to this, let's say this. If you're new to this, Miss Marie's new to this. She's never been to marketing. She sees a company, blah, blah, blah. She uses 5 simple steps. She follows the system. She has phenomenal success in her first 6 months. She's never experienced anything like that before. There's a comp plan change, and she's like totally confused. Where do I go? What do I say? I don't know. I'm one of the top 10 earners. I don't know who to talk to. If she is in a corner where she cannot get a hold of somebody, they won't return a call. In other words, there's 9 other people in front of her on the top earners list. You would think that she would find somebody in a seasoned veteran, and she could say, hey, can you help me? I don't know how to react to this. I've never been a part of this before. Okay. Because the company's not going to tell you anything. Okay. The company's going to say, oh, everything's good. Don't worry about it, Marie. Everything's good. But Miss Marie doesn't want to be scared. Miss Marie wants somebody to tell her the truth, an even level, common sense answer to what's taking place. All right. Good, bad, and the ugly. That's all she's wanting. So what does she do? She's going to look at the other people that are ahead of her on that top 10 list, and she's going to say, let me make a call to each one of those until I find somebody who's a seasoned veteran and can tell me how to react to this situation. Okay, if you cannot find that, then Miss Marie needs to contact Rob at the MLM Solution. There you go. So I wanted to throw that little plug in there because you know what, Miss Marie, when we don't talk about that very often, what do you do when that happens? Well, we just kind of assume that people will listen to us, but the thing is that sometimes there are people right there at their doorstep that can help them as well. The company will rarely help you in this situation because they're not going to tell you the truth, and rightfully so. They do not want to cause panic, right, Miss Marie?
Yep. That is the main reason. And
that's right.
And I was going to say that the company has to be changing the comp plan for a reason. So they're going to give it the best possible spin they can anyway. Right. So, they'll give you all the sunshine and rainbows over here, but you have to kind of ferret out the reality of what that comp plan change truly means.
That's right. And realize, guys, as we close this, the company does not want rumors to start. They don't know Marie. They're not going to tell her the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, because they don't know if she's got loose lips, and loose lips sink ships, and they can't afford that. And then once a rumor starts, it takes on all kinds of different lives, and there's no telling what will end up being said. So the company's like, "Oh no, Marie, everything's cool. Don't worry about it. We got it." But if she gets a hold of a seasoned veteran, they'll say, "Well, Marie, here's why these things happen, and don't worry about it." Marie will say, "Well, what are you doing about it?" That person may say, "Well, I ain't doing nothing." And my experience has shown me in the past when we've gone through this, 9 times out of 10, everything works out fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, and Marie hangs up the phone, going, "Phew," and so she's right back at her business building process. Okay, and that's the type of information you need. All right, with that being said, guys, we've said enough. Really, the bottom line is keep your nose to the grindstone, keep moving forward. The only time that you will have a problem with a comp plan, as we stated in a previous episode, if you see top leaders that are in the top 10, top 15, leaving the company after a comp plan change, you can rest assured there are issues, big issues taking place. Right, Miss Marie?
Presumably so, yes, because they're the people in the know.
That's right. And if they're staying, that is a good telltale sign as well. That's the reason why I bring it up. If nobody's leaving, or maybe one or two, you might have one or two that'll be upset. But the bottom line is, guys, if they're most of the people are staying, guess what? That's a good sign, right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. All right, guys. Well, tomorrow, Miss Marie, we got another good episode, The Unknown Company. Oh, my gosh, what does that mean? Well, you know what? You're going to have to join us tomorrow because Miss Marie are going to do something very special. We're going to wear sacks over our heads, and we're going to be talking about The Unknown Company because we're the unknown.
The Unknown Comic. That's going back a ways. I'm betting a lot of our listeners aren't going to get that reference.
I wonder if we could pull that off, The Unknown Network Marketer. I wonder if we could pull that off. You think they'd notice my shoulders? You think they'd notice would I be able to pull that off?
I don't know. I'm not sure you would.
You think people would know?
I think they might know.
But wouldn't that be a great marketing angle?
That would be. That would be fun.
Yeah. Well, we might do that on stage someday. You never know.
It could happen.
Yeah, it could happen. All right, guys. Tomorrow, The Unknown Company. You might be saying to yourself, what in the world are they talking about? Well, you're going to have to join us tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel in order to find out, right, Miss Marie?
Yep. Be there or be square.
Be there or be square. That's right. And don't forget, guys, coming soon, you'll be able to register for our upcoming live events. How cool is that? Not yet. And you can currently register for our lead site. If you go to ineedleadsnow.net/beta. There it is right there. ineedleadsnow.net/beta. Go there, get on the list. Does not guarantee that you're going to be the beta tester, but guess what? You're at least on the list, right, Miss Marie?
Yep, you got to be in it to win it.
There you go. So, Miss Marie, we did a great thing today. We're going to hop off of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, once again on our YouTube channel and Facebook page.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. Download our podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and other podcast platforms. Visit our website at www.themlmsolution.net for additional important information, show details, and past shows. Follow us on Parler, Rumble, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, or the get notified button while visiting our other social media platforms.